So we learned yesterday what we learned yesterday? Matrix. So in the matrix, first what is the syntax? Yeah, it's a 2D, that's right. 2D array, right? It's a 2D array. Accept same data type or different data types? Same data type items. The value should be same data type items. Next, what is syntax? How to create the matrix? We have to write here matrix. Then first we have to write here data. Do we have any default argument for this? Yes, what is the default argument? NA, not available, something like that. Comma, number of rows. So n row. N row default is what? 1. Next is what? N call. Number of things is 1. Next what? By row. How to organize it? By row is equal to what? False. And next is what? Dim names is equal to what? Null. So that is the syntax. We are aware of that one. Then we studied about how to create, we completed. Then how to read it. Read the data, we are aware of it. Any element, any item or collection of items, if I want it, you know how to read it, right? You know how to read it. Then we went for arithmetic calculations like plus, then minus, then into, then division, etc. So whatever we want, you can go on, you can do that. That is not a big deal. Okay, now next we went for what? Yeah, we want to bind the things column wise. So C bind is the one function which helps you out. Next is what? R bind is the one function. Next is what? Transpose is the one function. T is the one function. Next, anything else you learned apart from this? What is that? Yeah. So we want to convert the matrix into vector. You have to convert the matrix into vector. We know that how to convert it. What is the function? C of. If you write here C of, you are writing, you are going to construct. So we can convert the matrix. We can convert into the vector. We can convert it. So this is what exactly you learned in the last class. And also I given some introduction about factors. So factors are going to talk about categorical variables. What is that? Categorical variables. So categorical variables. So what you mean by categorical variables is we can tell exactly in the particular variable how many different values are available. Those things are called as categorical variables. For example, in gender column, how many variables, how many different types of values available? Only 2. One is called as M, second is called as F. This is called as categorical variable or categorical column. And if people are aware of it, if I say column or if I say variable, both are one and same. And variable is the exact word what you have to use in our statistics, right? So gender variable. And if I say weak variable is a categorical or not? Weak variable also categorical. Exactly we have here, how many things we have it? 7 we have it. Monday to Sunday, total 7 we have it. And tell me, employee name. Employee name, is it a categorical one? No. Though it is a string, it is not a categorical one. there is no limited values, n number of values are available. You cannot tell exactly in that column we have this many values only, like that you cannot tell it. So it is not a example for what? Categorical variables. Whereas this one is what? Examples for categorical variables. Now we understand that. Now sometimes what will happen is the data type may be number, but still it may be categorical. The data type may be number, but still it may be categorical. That one we can take again gender column, and 0, 1 is available. 0 stands for female, 1 stands for male. Okay, so irrespective of the data type, if we are able to tell, like, okay, in this one number of values I can tell this is what exact number, then it is a categorical variable. But mostly forget about the gender, but remaining most of the cases I can say string values only categorical variables, string data type. But of course I am saying mostly, sir. That means there is a possibility a number data type things also categorical. One of the example is gender. Second example is, let us say, number of gears in the car. Number of gears in the car. In the world, I have, let us say, some 1000 models of the cars are available. Let us assume 1000 models of the cars are available. If we collect all the cars, one column is car name, second column is number of gears. 2 columns I am taking it. We have, let us say, one of the car that is called as, okay, Hyundai i20. The number of gears opposite what you written 5. If you take Maruti Suzuki Desire, number of gears is equal to what? 5. Like that, if you list out here, car different names will be 1000 will be available, but number of gears will be maybe, I think, around 10 numbers may be coming. Some cars may have 4 gears, some cars may have 5 gears, some cars may not have gear, only forward and backward only 2 gears are available. It's automatic system means something like that. So some numeric things also may be categorical, but most of 90% of the chances are goes to string data types will be categorical, but 10% of chances will be goes to numeric things also. So anything it is limited, that is called as what? Categorical variable. The term factor refers to a statistical data type used to store categorical variables. Now, the difference between a categorical variable and a continuous variable is that a categorical variable can belong to a limited number of categories. Car name is a continuous. We don't know how many cars are available. But whereas gears is what? Limited. Our employee name and male gender. Employee name is what? Continuous. And whereas gender is what? Limited. A continuous variable, on the other hand, can correspond to an infinite number of values. In employee name, I cannot say this is what the maximum possible values. Okay, but gender means in my company or your company, in any company, we have two things only. But employee names in my company very small, so 10. In our company it is medium, it is 200. In our company very big, it may be 20,000. Okay. Now a good example of categorical variable is the variable that is called as gender, blood groups, eye color, then months names, weeks names, and number of gears in the car. Yeah. Right. Discrete. Discrete is nothing but the values. It comes with the numeric. It comes with the numeric, and there are not continuous. Some breaks will be available. You cannot draw the line chart.
Even along with this also you cannot draw the chart, right?
Sorry?
Category also you cannot draw the chart.
Yeah, category variables you cannot draw the chart.
So can we say category as part of discrete?
May not be. Okay, one category variables are discrete, that's okay. But some numbers also discrete, right? Some numeric things also discrete. I talk about that discrete one more time in the next chapter. Okay, time being, we need to understand what you mean by categorical variable, what you mean by continuous variable. These two things you have to know about it. Now, we are trying to create here. We are trying to create here one vector, gender vector. Everyone aware of it, how to create it. We created C, male, female, female, male, male. Total, how many values we have here? How many items we have? 5 items. Items is 5. But how many distinct values we have? 2. So how many categorical values we have? That means 2 values. Total number of items are 5. But categorical items are what? 2. And convert gender vector to a factor. So given vector, I want to convert into the factor. To convert it, we have to use the factor, we have to use it. Factor is a function to convert given vector into the factor. Now, print out the factor gender vector, we are printing and we are observing it. Total how many values we have? 5 values. But system automatically identified here how many categorical variable levels we have? 2 levels, one is female, second is male. 2 values will available. Okay, let us do this activity. I am trying to open here RStudio. Okay. Right. Now we are trying to do here define. First we are trying to define vector. Everyone aware of the creating the vector, right? So we are defining the vector called as gender underscore vector. Now we are trying to define this one using the function called as C is a function, and we have to provide here the values called as what is this? Male is the one value, and we have to write here some other value. Let's say I am saying as female is the one more value. Again I am writing here, let us say male. Okay, and again I am writing here, let us say female. Okay, now we are writing here, let us say male. So total we take in here 5 different types of values we taken. 5 values we taken, not different, 5 values we taken. Now with this we want to create here one vector. So run it, we got the vector. So it's showing here gender vector, it's a character, length of 5. Length of 5. And it's a character, Okay, now this one I want to convert vector into factor. For that, what we have to do is, let us say gender underscore factor. That is the name of the variable. Now, what is the function we are going to use for this purpose? Factor is the function we are going to use it. If you don't know about that one more, you have to write here. What you have to write? Help of factor you want it. So let us go and try to run this help of factor. Just run it. We are seeing here factor is coming from what package? Base package. And factor as, this is what the syntax what we have. The function factor is used to encode a vector as factor. So converting a vector into the factor, it is useful. Okay, that's what we understand. That help document, whenever you need it, you can use it. So we are writing here as of now, it's a factor of, what is the vector here? Gender vector. So gender vector. Now let us go and try to run it. So we ran it. Now I want to see, observe factor. Now we are trying to print here, let us say print, and whatever we have here gender factor, that we are trying to observe it. Let us run it. Sorry. Now it's showing here how many values we have. 5 values. Out of those values, how many levels we have? 2 levels. Levels is nothing but distinct values. So how many categories we have here? 2 categories. One is female category, second is male category. Only 2 categories we have. That's it. So now we learned here how to convert one given vector into the factor. We learned about it. Okay, this is the one point what you have to understand. Next, create a blood group factor. One more example, it is nothing much. So what we are doing here, blood is equal to one vector we are creating, B blood group, AB blood group, O blood group, like that. Some blood groups we taken. Blood factor, factor of blood we are writing it. So that we are getting here, how many levels we have here? 4 levels. And we are also observing here, str of, we are observing it. So that positions, those things will be observed. Let us try to see this one. Suppose it is a one more example. One more example. So previously whatever we did, now whatever we did, both are same. It is a one more example, that's it. So same these 3 steps only I need to write here. I am writing here. Now we are defining what? Vector. The vector is what? We are defining, let's say, blood vector, we are defining it. The blood vector contains here values is, let us say, my blood group is AB. So we are writing here AB. Sorry. We'll try to register the blood group AB. Now we are going for one more blood group is, let us say, A, and one more blood group is, let us say, B. One more blood group is, let us say, O, and we are trying to register, let's say, one more time AB, and go for here one more time we are going for B. Let us go for one more time we are going for A. Let us go for one more time we are going for O. Something like this we written. Total how many values we taken? 8 values we taken. That means 8% samples we taken. 8% samples is observations is what? Person 1 AB, person 2 A, person 3 B. Like that we recorded those all things. Then we are trying to convert given vector into the factor. We are trying to write here, what is this? Blood vector. Now we are trying to change this name also as blood factor. And I want to pass here, let's say, blood factor. Now let us go and try to execute these all 3 statements at a time by using run. Now we executed defining the vector, we defined it, converting this vector, we converted, and we are observing the factor, we observed it, and we are trying to print it. Now see the printing, what happened here? 4 values came. And how many levels we have in that one? 4 categories available. Total how many values? 8 values, and in that one categories are 4 categories are available. I want to see more information. Get more information. If you want more information, we have to use str. str of blood factor. Now let us go and try to run this one. We got here, it is a factor with how many levels? With 4 levels. Factor with 4 levels, and these are those 4 levels. And what these numbers are? What these numbers are? What system is doing here is, first it is organized in the ascending order, right? Alphabetical ascending order organized. First A, second AB, third B, fourth O, like this is organized it, right? Once it is organized, system is going to give you some numbers also for that. A meaning here 1, AB meaning here 2, B meaning here 3, O meaning here 4. So A wherever available, it is 1. AB means what? 2. B means what? 3. O means what? 4. Now tell me, this is what actually our list, right? Now try to provide the numbering. AB means what? As for this, 2. That's what 2 is printed here. Next, what is the meaning of A? 1. So that's what is printed? 1. What is the meaning of B? As for my order, 3. So that's what it is printed. What is printed? 3. Now, what is the meaning of O as for my order? 4. That's what is printed here. 4 is printed. Something like that. First, it is organizing in ascending order. In ascending order, alphabetical ascending order. As for that order, it gives some numbers. First come, first serve. Numbers. As for that numbers, it is trying to identify these objects, these categorical values. Are you getting my point? How this numbering is came? Okay, we are good. We are good. Now that's what exactly it is doing here, creating a bulletproof factor, and what is the meaning of this string values. Next, order levels differently. Order levels differently. What is the problem we have here is in the previous exercise. Here it's trying to create here some order. It is creating it that is called as AABBO. AABBO. That ordering is came based on the alphabetical ascending order. I don't want to go with the alphabetical ascending order. I want to go based on the availability of the blood. I want to give the order. Generally, if you take the AABBO, which is the less available blood, O blood group is very rare, right? If I take the 10 members, maybe one member may be having it. Sorry?
O is more available.
Is it? O positive is more available?
Negative will not be available.
Oh, negative is not available. Okay, fine, whatever it is. So, as for the some availability, whatever it is available more, whatever it is available less, I want to give the first. In that order, I want to move. Let us assume in our case, let us assume like O negative is available what? Less. So that I want to give first. Then what we are given here, see here. First I want here O. Then I want here what? A, B, A, B. As for my knowledge, I am thinking like O is less available, next A is comparatively less available, next B is comparatively less, next A, B. Are you getting my point? Something like that I am assuming. Then I am trying to define here levels, I am defining it. So one parameter increased here, right? Previously, simply if you want to convert it, then we are writing here factor of vector. Now we are writing what? Factor of vector, as well as levels also we are defining it. Levels, I want the levels is, this is what the levels I wanted. Shall we try this one? Okay, let us go and try this. So whatever we have here, extra we are writing here, comma. What is the next parameter we have here? Levels. That levels parameter we are learning how we can implement it. So we are writing here levels is equal to what levels I want? Levels we want as one is O. Then next we want to go for here A. Next we want to go for here B. Next we want to go for here AB. Something like that we want it. So let us go and try to define this one and try to observe this total information again. Okay, let me execute this, just run it. Sorry? Huh? Executed. Now, what is happening here? What is the difference you are seeing previous result and this result we have to analyze it. Now if you see carefully this result, what order we got now? First what we got now? O. Second what we got? A. B, A, B. Now it is decided O means what? 1. A means what? 2. B means what? 3. Fourth is what? AB is what? 4. Now like that positions are came here. AB means what is the value it is stomped here? 4. That's what here what we got? 4. Next A is the what is the value it is stomped? A means what here? 2. That's what we got. What is this? 2. Next B means what is the value? 3. That's what is stomped over there? 3. Something like that. We can define our own levels, we can define it. If you are not defining any levels, what will happen? System will take alphabetical ascending order, it is going to take it. You don't want to go with the alphabetical ascending order. If you want some customized order, you want it, you can define the customized order, you can define it. That's what this levels, what it is going to do here. That is clear. That's what we are trying to do here. Levels we are trying to apply it. Levels is equal to we are providing it. And we understand that one. Next one, rename the factor levels. We got the factor levels, that's okay, but I want to provide some renaming, I want to do it. So previously we got A, B, O like that we got, right? Now I want blood group A, blood group B, blood group C like that. So we can go and we can define it. Levels of the blood factor, whatever we have it, we are renaming as what? A is available, that we are renaming as BGA. And AB we are renaming as BGAB. B we are renaming as BGB, like that we are trying to rename it. Okay, in our case, what is the order we have here? That order is very important. In the same order, we have to provide the names also. So now we are trying to learn here renaming. We are trying to learn here rename levels. That's what we are trying to learn about it. Now for that, whatever we have here, blood factor, we are trying to take as input. So levels, whatever we have it, the levels, we are trying to provide here the levels of what? Our blood factor. So let us go and try to take our levels of our blood factor is equal to what we have to take? C of, then what is the first one we given in order? O. That O, what name we want to provide it? Yeah, that's how we have tried here. BG underscore O. O I want to call down the line as a blood group O. Then I want to call, next is what? A I want to call as a BG underscore A. Next I want to call B as a BG underscore B. Next I want to call AB as what? BG underscore AB. Something like that. I want to rename it, I can rename it. So we ran it. Now we got the levels of blood factor, we got it. We renamed it. Next what we are trying to do, we are observing what is the result we have it. So let us try to see the result, blood factor whatever available. The blood factor result we are trying to see it. Already we have the print statement, right? The print statement we are trying to take it. Now let us go and try to execute this, run it. What we have previously, it was used to show what is this? O, A, B, A, B like that. Now it's showing as what? BG underscore O, BG underscore, simply renaming. Simply renaming. If you want to rename, we are using what? Levels of we are using, and we are whatever names you want, that order we are providing it. While we are providing the order as per the levels what we organized it. As per the levels what we organized, in that same position you have to keep it. First you define BG underscore AB means O will be replaced with what? BG underscore AB. Very careful. Are you getting my point?
It will replace, but it doesn't do any error, sir.
It won't throw any error. System thinks like, okay, only you want to rename as a BG underscore AB. Like the system will think. System will not aware of it. You want BG underscore O, right? Whatever you give it, it will accept it. Okay, that's what the meaning of here. How to rename it. So we are clear about the renaming. What is the next we have? Rename factor levels in customized format. Rename factor levels in customized format. Here two things, one more parameter we are increasing it. Previously we learned only what is this? We learned only data vector. Second we learned about what? Levels. Third is what? Labels. The labels also we are extending here. We want level C, this is what the levels I want it. And label C, this is what the labels I want it. It is equal to the previously what we did. First we defined the levels, then we renamed it, right? Here what we are doing, both we are doing at same time. Both are doing at same time. Now result we got here like this we got it. We are defining levels as well as labels. Let's try it. Suppose now we are trying to define here what we are doing here, levels and labels. Both we are trying to do at the same time. Now we are trying to define here, let's say blood underscore factor. Okay, I want to go for the factor of blood vector comma. Next what I have to go for it? Levels. What levels I want? This is what the levels I want it, let us say. I am trying to paste here. Next, what labels you want here? Let us say this is what the labels what I want it. Levels. Next is what? Labels. Okay, labels is equal to this one. So we provided here both the things we provided. So levels as well as labels. Let us go and try to execute this one, run it. Now it is executed. I want to see what is the str of this one. Let us go and try to observe the result, more detailed format. Get more information. So we are trying to get here more information. So let us go and try to execute it. Now we are seeing here how many levels we have it. 4 levels we have it. So BGO, BGA like that. Whenever it is not able to print all the things, it is going to give what? Dot dot dot. What is the meaning? We have some result, but I am not able to print it because of the space issue.
Labels, if I change the order,
Wrongly it will be named.
in levels we have OAB, AB, right?
Right.
In labels, if I change the order like A, B, C,
Then it will be wrong. If I given here, that's what you asked previously the question. If you written the BZ underscore A, suppose BZ underscore O you written, then wrongly it is going to identify. If you write like that, then if you see here, we are going to get here wrong values. It will rename,
but translation correctly.
sorry,
So if you see the above one, 4231, 4321, it is saying will also be showing the same.
positions are coming based on levels, right? Renaming will be happening, I am saying. Here, what is the first value we have here? AB, right? AB, you said as rename as what you said? Sorry, O. O is renamed as what is this? BGA. O is renamed as BGA. So if you go and try to see O is available in the fourth position, but fourth is not showing the result.
Can we change this value, sir?
One moment, let me show you. BGAB whatever available, I am putting here BGA O I am putting it. Like this I am putting it. Then this one I am saying as AB. We should not do this practice anyhow, as you asked, we are trying to run it. Now we are trying to run this one. Now see, what is the first value here? Second value, what is the second value? ABO, right? Now it is giving here BZA and BZAB. See, AB has to be renamed as what actually? BZAB, but it's renamed as what? BZA. It is wrong or not? It is wrong. See, logically speaking, system don't know what is what, right? Based on this positions only, it will take it. Your first position will be mapped with the first position what we given here. Your second position will be mapped with the second position what we given here. Your third position will be mapped with the third position. Fourth position will be mapped with the fourth position. So as per your levels, you have to provide the labels.
Whatever it might be, the levels in the structure are
Right, exactly.
based on the labels, but not on the label size.
What is that?
And the labels are completely based on, after when we come to know about the structure of that particular vector programming,
Based on the levels it will come.
but not on the label side.
Not on the labels is for display purpose. Okay, now we got this one. So we understand here how to use the levels as well as how to use the labels. Now let us move on to the next one. I want to go for nominal and ordinal factors. What is the meaning of that one? Okay, let us see the next one, nominal versus ordinal. Nominal versus ordinal. Nominal, let us say blood factor we are taking it. Then we know blood factor is what it is available. Just I want to compare blood factor 1 and blood factor 2. Is it possible? So we are trying to know about first one. What is this? Nominal, we are trying to know about it. We have here blood factor. Blood factor 1 means what first? See the result. Blood factor 1 means what? BZ underscore AB. Blood factor 1 means nothing but BZ underscore AB. First element of the list, whatever we have it. So first element is what? AB. So we got here BZ underscore AB. Second element is what? A. If I go and if I write here, let us say second element of this one. Second element is what? Let us go and try to run it. And you can see what is the second element? BZ underscore A. We got the BZ underscore A. Now I am asking, is it whatever we have the blood factor 1 less than, I am saying as blood factor 2 I am saying it. Can I compare it? Can I compare the AB and A? Do we have any relation? No. No. If I take in here my shirt XL size, L size, S size, M size. This also categorical variable only. My shirt size is a categorical variable. But everyone aware of it, there is a relation among the sizes. S size is smaller one than medium. Medium size is smaller one than large. Large is smaller one than XL. But this kind of relation is not there in case of blood group or in case of gender. Can you say male is greater than female? Female will beat, right? Okay, we don't have the relation. We don't have the relation. So that is the reason it is going to throw now error. What error it is throwing is, let us go and try to see here. What is showing here? Warning message less than, not meaningful for these factors. You cannot compare it basically. You cannot compare it. That's what it's saying. That kind of things are called as nominal. So when a factor is called as nominal factor now, yeah, you cannot compare the levels. If you are not able to compare the levels, then it is called as nominal factor. Example, gender we cannot compare, blood group we cannot compare, weak names we cannot compare, Month names we cannot compare. Eye color we cannot compare. But we can compare shirt size is the best example for that. So that kind of things are called as ordinal. How to define those things? We are trying to define a t-shirt, and which has a different pieces we are taking. Observation is one of the shirt is M size, one of the shirt is L size, one of the shirt is S size, S, L, M, L, M, like that. We defined some 8 t-shirts or 7 t-shirts, we defined it. Then we are saying as t-shirt factor, we are converting this into the factor, and one parameter we are defining extra, that is called as what? Ordered is equal to true. What order it is true is whatever levels you defined, that order it is going to take as a true. That means what? First position one is smaller than second position one. Second position one is smaller than third position one. Like that it is going to take it. And also previously whenever we are writing the levels like this we got it. But whenever we are seeing these levels now, it is also giving what? Relation. S less than M less than L, it is giving it. Am I clear? Shall we do this one? Okay, let us go and try to do this one. Next, I want to go for
Ram, one question here. You said like you can compare only shirt sizes, right? Why we cannot compare the blood group? Because anyway we are comparing the characters, right? Because in blood group also O, A, B is there, and in shirt also S, M, L. That is also character is there, right?
system.
So why not comparing a character?
One moment. System don't know anything actually. If you say male, female, in this, let me define in this way. Let me take these three things. But we are coming to the live and we are observing. That's what I am trying to say. Let us say gender vector we define gender vector, and we are trying to say as next. Let's say levels we are trying to define here. Levels equal to, we are defining here C, and what is this? Male is a one level. Second is what? Female is a one level. Female is a one level. Now, if you go and try to execute this one till here, let us say instead of print normal print, we'll go for here str print will go. So we'll write here str, will write it. Let me execute this. We executed. Now we got here two levels, we got male, female. It is nominal now. It is nominal. Now what I am doing is I am trying to write here. I am extending this one with one more argument. That argument is called as what? Ordered. Ordered is the argument we are trying to take it. After this, we are trying to take after or before, wherever you want, it's okay. Because we are trying to pass here arguments based on the name, not the position, right? Name also we are defining it. Ordered is equal to what? True, we are writing it. Now let me execute again the same two things we are executing it, run it. Now we got it. What is saying? Male less than female, it's saying. Will you accept for that? Will you accept for that? System will take it, because whatever we defined it, system will take it, that's it. But in regular use case is what? In regular use case is what? Is it use case? No, that's what we won't define wrongly. Now, if once you define like this, you defined it, and if you say what is the gender factor of 1 means what? Male is less than gender factor of 2. It is going to say true or false. Happily it is going to say it is a true, because first position is what is available, second position what is available, female. As per our relation we are saying as male is less than female, so it is true. So coming to the point, system is blind here. If you whatever relation you are defining it, that relation will take it. But you have to define the relation really, that is that kind of use case is available outside the world. Are you getting my point, sir?
Yes, Ram, understood. Yeah, maybe you're saying that a real way, it is not possible to compare a male with female, right? That's why for that reason.
Exactly, exactly. In regular
Okay,
life, in
but it is
regular
easy.
life, daily life,
Mm,
we are not
mm,
going to compare the male and female. We're not going to compare the blood
mm.
group also, which is nuclear, which is if O blood group, if I am not giving to the patient, that guy will die. AB also, if I am not giving, that guy also will die. I cannot say which is important here, right? Both are important, right?
Correct. Understood.
Right. Now, coming to the point here, what I can compare in the regular life is, let us say, I'm trying to learn here. I'm trying to learn here. What is this? Ordered, ordered things we are learning it. Define a vector with the whatever we have the shut vector. We are defining shut vector. We are defining it. Shut vector of the sizes are, these are the sizes we are taking it. C of, let us take M, medium, let us say small, let us take large. Now let us take here Excel, Excel. Then let us take again M, something, let us say 5 elements we take, and that's okay.
One question. In the last scenario, we can compare like men number of female, right?
Number of,
Men number of female. I mean number of male and female. There we can do nominal things, right? Availability of blood groups, male and female number. Simply we say male is less than female. Sometimes race things. But if you say something like number of male, number of female,
count of the males we are saying. Count of the male availability, count of female availability. Yes, that can be possible, but that is called an aggregate one, right? Aggregate one that will come anyhow. Aggregate things anyhow you can compare it. I have to group the values whatever available, how many males are available, how many females are available. I have to compare it. That is after the grouping, after the aggregation, you are doing it. But I am not doing that in the factors. Just independent values we are trying to see it. Okay. Now we defined here one vector. We defined it. On top of vector, what you have to define it? Define factor. Can you define factor without vector? No. So we are going for here shut factor. Now we are trying to say as what is the function? Factor is the function. And what is the input here? Shut vector is the input. And you want ordered, you want or not? You want ordered, you want it. Sorry. It is small case you have tried ordered is equal to what? True. Comma, and what order you want it? That levels you have to define it. So the levels is equal to C of S is the first one, right? Yes. Then we have to go for what? Then M. Then you have to go for what? L. Then XL. So like this we are trying to define it. Now we define that factor. Next is what? Observe the result. Observe result. str of, then shut factor. Now let us go and try to execute this. We are executing it. Let us click on here run. Now you can see what is saying ordered factors S less than M less than L less than XL. Now let us go and try to see the first element. What is the first element here? M. What is the second element here? Yes. So I want to get here first element and second element. So shut factor of 1 less than shut factor 2. Now it is true or false, sir? Tell me. First element is what? M. Second element is what? S. M less than S I am saying. M less than S. Is it? M less than S. True or false? False. That's right. False. What is this? False. M less than S. So this, like this, you are able to compare it in our practical life. That is called as what? Ordinal. So now we understand nominal means what? Ordinal means what? So that's what about factors. So first point you understand here what? Categorical variables are called as factors. Sometimes categorical variables may be numbers also, but most of the times categorical variables are strings. And these categorical variables using, if you want to create the factor, we have the syntax. In the syntax mainly we come across 4 arguments. First parameter is vector, second parameter is level, third parameter is labels, fourth parameter is ordered. Levels is useful to define the customized order. Labels is useful to rename the things. Ordered is useful to decide the given factor is nominal factor or ordinal factor. Ordered you have to define only in our real life there is a comparison is possible among the items. Then you go for the ordered. In a real life we are not able to compare those things. Then we are not going to touch the ordered. If you are not providing anything about the ordered, by default it takes as a false. By default takes as a false. That's what the syntax is showing here. Are you getting my point? Okay. And you see here, factor is available, right? One more thing is available. What is this? Ordered. Actually, it is not required now. Ordered they provided for the backward compatibility. Ordered for compatibility with the, yes, for backward compatibility they given it. Some people are there, they are moving their project from the S language to R language. In S language there is no factor, there is a ordered. That's what they give in the ordered. Ordered also going to do the same job of the factor. For the backward compatibility they kept it, but it's not required now. Okay, that's what about these factors. Next is available data frames. This is very important one. Regularly any relational database resource is available, day to day, morning to evening. You'll talk about only what? Table. Yes or no? That table is nothing but a data frame. That table is nothing but a data frame. It may be in R language, it may be tomorrow Python also. And one more point, Python execute the script in backend R script only to create the data frame. Wow, great. Python taking what? R functionalities, it's taking the backend. Okay, in front end we are writing only Python script only, but backend what is going to take? The functionality, the framework, everything is taken from R. So simple words, a data frame is nothing but what? A table. A table. Rows are called as observations and columns are called as variables. That is a standard statistics terminology. If you open any statistics book, they'll try to talk about like that one. Observation, they'll say. Our technical word is that is row. Variable, they will say. Our technical word is what? Column. So in our statistics, we have to call only observations and variables only have to call. We have to call about what? Observations, and we have to say variables only have to call it. Now, next one we have here, columns can be different data types. That's right. If you take the EMP table, EMP number is what data type? Numeric. E-name is what data type? Character. So you may have different columns with different data types. Next, one column should store only one data type data. If you take EMP number, in that one all we are going to store numbers only or not? If you take ename column, we're going to show all the things as what? Characters only, something like that. Now creating a data frame, it is very easy. Generally, we are going to create data frame by importing CSV files, or relational databases, or Excels, etc. Manually table creating situations are very rare. In our regular database situations also, data is coming from where? Maybe Facebook is producing lot of data. Twitter is producing lot of data. That I want to import it. Today or last month, US President Trump, what are the tweets he did against North Korea? That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I may use some web service to search the keywords called as here Trump, USA, North America, sorry, North Korea. What is that guy name? Kim Jim something is there, right? These four keywords I can use it, and these four keywords are available. That kind of tweets get for me. Once we got that comma separated file, that I can load as a data frame and I can do further analysis. He commented about what? About the nuclear bombs, or about the oil, or about the UN, what are the limitations they kept it? A number of ways you want to provide it, you can provide it. That's what we are going to further analysis. That part we'll try to see in tomorrow's class. Am I clear? Today try to practice factors. Tomorrow we'll go for very beautiful one that is called as data frame. Data frame. Okay, it is equal to the table. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Ram.